Hi everybody, it's Rook back again, the Speed Duel guy. The Speed Duel guy is here again today with another video where I gotta stand. Oh God, it hurts my feet. And I gotta talk at you guys because I wanted to make this video to clear up a common, I guess it's a common misconception. So I make primarily Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel videos, and of course my primary audience that watches most of my stuff, matches, deck profiles, things like that, they are aware of that. And what I'm about to share may not apply to my common audience, and I'm hoping to reach as many people in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi sphere with this information as I can. So, as a Speed Duel content creator, an avid community member and player, I love this game to death. I wanted to clear up a conception that Speed Duel and Duel Links are the same thing. Okay, it's not the same thing. And, you know, there are still going to be people that are like, oh, it is the same thing. Okay, you say it's not, but it is the same thing. It's not the same thing, okay? And it's not just because Speed Duel is physical, Duel Links isn't. There are a lot of things that are different between Speed Duel and Duel Links that I wanted to kind of just break down quickly. I mean, I could go through the whole history, and Duel Links was made in 17, and Speed Duel in 2019. No, I'm not going to go through all that high-level stuff. There are a few things about Duel Links and Speed Duel where I like Speed Duel more. I did try Duel Links when it came out, and I found that I like Speed Duel more. First thing, Speed Duel versus Duel Links. Very similar in terms of the 3 monster spots, 3 spell slots, 4 cards starting hand, 20 card deck, things like that. But the biggest thing is that Speed Duel is a physical card game. Duel Links is the gotcha phone game, where if I don't play it for a few months and I try and boot it up on my phone, it takes 6 minutes to go through all the people that want to talk to me before I can even look at my cards. That's fantastic. Cool. Some people like that. But Speed Duel has a much smaller card pool than Duel Links. Duel Links has synchros and all the boxes. They're getting new digital boxes every 2 months. I can't even keep up with that crap. Speed Duel was released in 2019, the beginning of 2019. We have 4 booster boxes and like 5 structure decks, and we just got the Battle City box, which, guys, if you are not familiar with Speed Duel, but you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's for everyone. The Battle City box is for everybody. This box right here, 8 decks pre-constructed to play with your friends. It's a great in-a-game kind of board game-like box. So biggest thing there is that Speed Duel has a much smaller card pool than Duel Links. Duel Links has ventured out into all sorts of archetypes, and Speed Duel is really just within kind of the Duelist Kingdom Battle City. We aren't even in GX yet. There's no elemental heroes. There's no motorcycles. There's none of that. So Speed Duel is a much smaller card pool. It's very nostalgic and a more historic format. Yes, the cards are their own. They say Speed Duel on them to play with them. You got to have the cards that say Speed Duel, and people are like, oh, I don't want to buy more cards. They're making me buy the same cards again. That's crap. Why would I ever play that? Guys, the format is relatively cheap. If you play on the kitchen table, who cares? Whatever. Play with the cards that don't say Speed Duel. I don't know. Just play the game. Game's fun. So that's the biggest thing, is smaller card pool from Duel Links. Also, clearly, the way you obtain the cards, they're singles on TCG Player. It's a physical card game. You can buy the booster boxes. You can buy the booster packs at your Wally Marts and your Targets. And, you know, Duel Links is a very, you know, it's an arguably difficult system. You know, I think that they have the dusting kind of, and you buy a card from the trader every now and then. But obtaining the cards in Duel Links is much more difficult, and there's just so many different cards to obtain. I personally, obviously, am always going to go the way of physically building decks, TCG Player, Troll and Toad, frickin' eBay, whatever you're using there. So Duel Links, you know, people say, well, Duel Links is free, so I'm going to play Duel Links. Is it free? Is it free, though? I mean, you can play it casually like I have. I don't think I've spent, I think maybe I spent $10 on Duel Links a couple years ago. But yeah, you can play very casually and you can enjoy it, and that's great. I'm glad that people enjoy that. But if you want to look into something like Speed Duel and to differ it from Duel Links, Speed Duel cards are relatively cheap. It is a physical game. You got the easy way to make it, to obtain those through the sites like TCG Player, what have you. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Smaller card pool, no synchros, we're just at fusions, no Ixies, none of that. Easier to obtain the cards because it's a physical card game as opposed to the gotcha system that Duel Links has. And the biggest difference from Speed Duel and Duel Links is that I find the meta in Speed Duel much easier to understand, get into, and enjoy. So the reason behind that, clearly, obviously, one of the reasons is because of the smaller card pool. Duel Links as a new person. If I'm brand new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I want to play Duel Links, and I hop in, and I get hit with all the initial crap, like, oh, there's this, you get the Karibos, and this guy is, you got to battle this guy in the portal thing, and all that other stuff. It's very overwhelming and intimidating for a new person. You got all these boxes, you don't know what to buy. Well, I want to play, I don't know, I want to build Gravekeepers. Okay, well, there's like a million different Gravekeepers, and then they're like these 6 boxes. You want to blow all your gems on this one box, you probably won't get anything. Okay, stuff like that. And people will argue that's not the right way to, that's not the best way to build it. Okay, it's very intimidating and overwhelming for a new player that wants to build a deck that's competent, not something that you're just like pulling random crap and you're just putting it together, which is still fun. That's still fun. I'm not knocking that. But for Speed Duel, it's much easier to get into, in my opinion. It's one of the reasons why I'm playing it right now instead of Advanced. I played Advanced and Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2010 to 12 when I was in college. I played it competitively, went to regional qualifiers and things like that. And I'd since taken like a 7-year break. And then I came back in Speed Duel. It was the only way I was going to come back because, the game is so far gone. It would take a significant amount of time, not necessarily money, but certainly time, hours learning the game, playing with others and things like that to relearn it. But Speed Duel jumped right in. It was fantastic. And I've kept up with the meta since. The meta is relatively easy to understand, and I think it's relatively fun to play based on the card pool that we have currently. There are a number of different decks that promotes creativity and encourages that creativity. I can't personally speak to the meta of Duel Links. All right, you got me. I can't personally speak to that. But I think that from a new player standpoint, it's much easier to get into, much less intimidating. And that's a key difference that I see between Duel Links and Speed Duel. I just want to, the whole point of this video, gotta stay on topic. The whole point of this video is to explain the difference. Duel Links is not Speed Duel. Yes, there are similar rules, but from a card pool, how you play the game, how you get the card standpoint, completely different. The reason that prompted this video on, and I wasn't anticipating recording this tonight, but I was in a couple different Yu-Gi Tuber streams. I love Yu-Gi Tubers, just like the next guy, trying to keep a little bit into Advanced and people playing all that. And it was Fifth Rate Duelist chat was the latest one where I typed in her chat and she's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, you're the Speed Duel guy on Twitter." And what's funny? I always thought that Speed Duel and Duel Links were like the same game, and I was like, okay, that's a fairly common. And then other people were like, well, I thought that Speed Duel and Rush Duel were the same game. And I'm like, okay, whoa, now we got to turn the camera on and we got to say some things, because I just wanted to clarify that Speed Duel and Rush Duel and Duel Links are 3 different games. They all seem like side event arcadey games, sure, but Speed Duel is, in my opinion, the most enjoyable. Obviously, Rush Duel isn't here in the United States yet. Rush Duel, clearly, cards look different. That's in Japan, and the rule set's radically different. It's like you can just normal summon as many times as you want, things like that. I have a video on that, go into that. But Speed Duel, Duel Links, 2 different games. Duel Links has been around longer than Speed Duel for at least a couple of years, and it has that, it's completely digital. It's got that gotcha system for getting the cards. Speed Duel is more of a return to form. Yes, Speed Duel still has the skills like Duel Links does, but Speed Duel, in my opinion, is a much better and a more pure return to form, looking at like the first couple seasons of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, like those cards and those characters, Yugi Mai, Joey Kaiba, Bandit Keith, Weevil and Rex, all those guys, that is what we're looking at in Speed Duels right now. And that's why a lot of people like the game, because of the nostalgic connection they have to it, and that's how they returned. They have a group of friends that they play with, and they're consistently looking for other people to play with. And like I said, easy price point to get into it, and I would recommend, hopefully this video reaches more people, hopefully this inspires some folks to maybe pick up some Speed Duel cards, or even, like I said, kitchen table, use whatever you want. There is a consistent, concise list of what cards are in Speed Duel. You can kind of look at it like GOAT in that way. But use the cards that aren't Speed Duel, whatever. If you plan on just trying to get a feel for it and see if you like it, go for it. Draw the skills on a piece of paper, cut them out. Can you draw Joey's face? Well, I can't, but maybe you can. So, just hope that this video kind of clears that up and encourages some people to play Speed Duel. So this is your local Speed Duel guy, wrapping up this video that I hope had a clear enough and concise point. Catch you guys later.